Huzzah! We are live. Oh my goodness. It's just me and Charlotte for right now because Chris is taking his sweet time as usual. No, you're fine. Holly is making me toast with Vegemite for later in the show.
But it'll be cold.
You should try it right now while it's hot. Am I really gonna try it before we even start? Okay, just make sure not to set off the fire alarm with that burning smell I smell. That's the Vegemite?
No, Vegemite doesn't smell like burning. Alright, it's got a
No,
strong
I'm not
smell, but
gonna
it's
take a
not.
big bite. What the hell? Charlotte, just
That's fucking way too much. That is way too much Vegemite.
way too much.
Hold on, I'm gonna get a piece of bread. I'll be right back.
She's gonna get a piece of bread and show you.
What's the point of putting anything on anything if you're not gonna cook it? Like,
Because you don't.
if it's not worth coating, it's not worth putting on the fucking bread, is what I'm saying.
Oh, let's let Charlotte get some bread. Meanwhile, I sit here with my oil coated. Oh my god. It seems fine. I'm not repulsed. Although I'm curious how this is supposed to work. Wait, here she comes. I'd unplug the headphones so you could hear her, but that will neglect my ability to speak. Look. Okay, look at Charlotte's camera.
Yeah, you know.
That's kind of how she's got it.
Alright, John, eat it.
I'm. I can't hear you, Charlotte.
He's about to try it. Hold
There
it.
you go.
Hold it up like that.
Yeah, no. Like,
Is that too much?
It's
No, that'll be fine.
oh god.
Absolutely fine. Take out the thing off.
Do me a favor. A, you might want to stay out of the camera shot, and B, get me something to drink, please. No. Something that's not water, like a soda or something I can wash this fucker down with. Haley, we are trying Vegemite live on the air, the Australian delicacy. And Chris hasn't even shown up yet, so Chris is gonna miss the fun. Okay, what's in this cup? Mountain Dew. Alright.
It's fine though.
I will. Oh god, I'm so afraid.
I know who you are. Take it back to the
Is it butter on this one?
I don't know.
Hmm. Go ahead. Yes, you do. I'm not gagging, am I? Peer your face into the camera. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, my girlfriend will now follow suit. Because what we do together. Go ahead.
Love you, Holly.
See, I don't know if it's because she doesn't like salty things, but that's okay in my book.
Is there butter on it? Because if there's not butter, it's much better with butter.
There is butter on it, and apparently to Holly, the butter doesn't help. I can taste it just fine. Like, I gotcha.
Congratulations, you're the first American ever to enjoy Vegemite. How do you feel?
I'm impressed.
Hey, do you think Haley? Hey, apparently, Jonathan. Tim Tams are the only Australian delicacy Haley has indulged in.
Haley, have you tried the Tim Tam Slam, as it were?
That is right.
Fucking Australia.
What the fuck is Chris?
Where the hell is Chris? God damn it!
Did you try the? Alright.
I'll see you. Alright, what?
Listen, if Chris were here right now and we could, have a conversation between you and Chris while I finish eating this toast, that'd be great. Because I don't want to treat my 1 or 2 viewers to just me eating a piece of toast.
I just want to see Chris rock up and just see you going, oh, with the toast.
Chris is too good for it, man. He's too good for it. Where the hell is the guy? Oh well.
Did you try the Tim Tam Slam?
I did try the Tim Tam
Slam. Take my...
But like it doesn't work. It really doesn't work.
Yes, it does. You're doing it wrong.
Clearly I must be doing it wrong. But I have a mug-sized mug of hot chocolate, and you friggin' take this little square wafer and you bite into it so it treats it like a straw, and you drink through it, yes?
Did you bite on both sides?
Yes!
What are you doing?
I don't know!
And you, suck through it. You have to suck through it for a little while, and then, the chocolate starts coming through, and it's amazing. And, then the Tim Tam disintegrates, and it tastes incredible.
I mean, yes, that did indeed happen, but it doesn't go all the way through. It doesn't come out the other side.
Suck harder, Jonathan.
Oh, I'm leaving that alone. Where the hell is my third panel? Should we just start the damn show?
Possibly. I have no idea where he's gone.
I don't either. He's off being a good father and shit. So, Charlotte, how was your Thanksgiving that you guys don't have?
I played Monster Hunter. What did we even do? We just sticked around for a little bit. We didn't really do that much. Chris!
Howdy!
Wait. Woo! It's Chris! Okay.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I just got done having sex. And by having sex, I mean I just got done watching the mid-season finale and a crossover event for The Flash and Arrow.
Oh.
But I'm also putting my shoes on. Hold on.
See, I actually thought the man was done having sex.
See, then that would have been what I had just finished doing when I went on the podcast last week.
Yes, now if I just
Lord.
got done having sex, I'd probably say something like I just got done eating a muffin or something. I come at you sideways, that's what I do.
We're all completely open here in this backwards compatible podcast that is minus a Randy, by the way. Randy is not showing up. This little game here that I'm going to show you guys, it's Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD 1.5 Tokitori Revengeance Remix. This game came out, and Randy got it, and Randy hasn't fucking said a word to us since. Randy's gone. So the show must go on. So we're going on.
That's annoying because I was going to call him out because he is not following me on Twitter. So Randy, if you're watching the replay, please follow me on Twitter.
Wow.
You prick.
What a punk!
I know!
Side pocket
Who
punk!
is that guy?
Wow. So Chris, you missed the great Vegemite taste test. This is Vegemite.
Oh god.
I bit into it and was perfectly fine. Holly bit into it and was not perfectly fine. So if
I probably would be of the latter.
If you would be so kind, Chris, is to entertain Charlotte for half a second after I begin the show, I will finish my fine Australian treats.
Okay, we're live. The show has already started.
Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, greetings and welcome to episode 23 of Backwards Compatible. We're a snazzy group of 3 peeps with a passion for nerdy things like video games, comics, anime, the whole works. Last week, we replaced a word in a video game title with turkey. This week, let's get crazy. Introduce yourselves however you want.
What?
I'm
There's no
Jonathan
rules?
Higgins.
Just right?
No rules. And I'm the duck-a-muck of this podcast. My fellow co-hosts are the cartoonists, and I'm Daffy Duck. I'm screwed with for so long that it becomes hilarious to watch, much like me eating Vegemite. And Chris, you are next.
Oh, alright, I'm sorry. I am Chris, aka Wildcard Corsair, and I am the no rules just right of this podcast because Charlotte's on the show, and why not make a semi-homage to Australia in some way?
How is it? Oh, okay.
Well,
Sorry.
it's the slogan for Outback, which is an Australian restaurant chain.
Oh my goodness!
Australian food restaurant
I
chain.
always meant to ask Charlotte if Outback was...
Well, it's not really. I mean, I would assume it's not really Australian food,
no,
but
it's not.
themed.
But Charlotte, have you heard of it?
No, and if they serve shrimp on the barbie, I will find their CEO and punch them in the face.
They do serve shrimp on the barbie.
Okay.
You've never heard of Outback, Charlotte? This is the greatest. This is the greatest.
We need to send you a link to the website. It's like you know how they have those pictures of the Native Americans, and it's like somebody's littering, and there's like a single tear running down their cheek because it's like, oh, my land, this land is my land, and it is
I've
distraught.
not seen that, but okay.
But this is like, imagine you viewing the Outback Steakhouse website. That's like would be you with a single tear, like mourning for your homeland because it has been commercialized and packaged.
Not even commercialized and packaged, but commercialized and packaged wrong.
Dude, well, yeah, they have the commercials. Good day, mate. Come out to Outback Steakhouse. You can have all this stuff. Yeah. It's like,
Apparently they do exist in Australia. I'm not sure if they're in my state. Fuck, this is the first thing I got on the website, and there's this giant picture of of 3 shrimps being skewered, and they're like over a barbecue.
See, this is our potatoes conversation. It so needs to happen. Charlotte, introduce yourself to the good people.
I am Charlotte Buckingham, and I couldn't really think of anything, so I'm just going to go. I'm the Monster Hunter of this podcast, because that's all I've been doing, and I have a Monster Hunter shirt on. That is a pretty.
Oh, nice.
You do.
That looks like Groudon.
It's
Guess who's been playing too much Pokemon?
Not me. What?
both of you. Ah, okay.
Oh, Jesus. Lord help me. Regardless of all of that, ladies and gentlemen, we are all very happy to have you here. Whether you're watching live or you're tuning in later, thank you for joining us. Charlotte, Chris, thank you for joining me. Randy, wherever you are, thank you for putting together this lovely event page and teaching me all the Jedi mind tricks of being host. Speaking of those that aren't here live in the moment with us, we happen to be getting our video podcasts on at 10:47 p.m. on the East Coast on December 2nd, 2014. The audience question last week was, do you have any gaming or anime rituals related to the holidays? Since we don't have any audience answers yet, I'll just go ahead and open with, not really, but I do play Cave Story whenever the Christmas patch comes around, and I'm happy to catch it. Since my Steam saves got erased this year, awesome, I'll play through the entire game for the first time again with the Christmas patch when it comes around, because I think they actually call it Christmas Story, like affectionately in the Cave Story modding community thing. So I'm gonna play a Christmas Story. That's gonna be a thing that happens. Chris, what about you?
I don't, actually. Usually my any sort of gaming I do in the holidays is pretty rare because I'm always so busy. You know, I have the little one to take care of, and we usually have a lot of family that comes in from out of town. So, despite my best efforts, I think the only gaming that I will get to do during the actual holiday season is just, you know, a bit here and there for the 3DS, and then maybe some Smash if any of my relatives are willing.
Fair enough. And I guess you're the same, Charlotte, except you call me weird.
Yes. I don't really. I do that a lot though. Yeah, I don't have any. Like, is it just games you generally play around the holiday period? I'm just playing.
Yeah, like
whatever.
Randy, every single winter we'll go ahead and play Lunar and Mega Man Legends every single winter. Like, that's a thing he does, most definitely. That's who inspired this whole question, and he's not here to answer this week. The tool.
Scumbag doesn't follow me on Twitter. I don't have anything like that at all.
Fair enough. I will be curious if our audience fall in the Chris and Charlotte category or the Jonathan and Randy category. But regardless of all that, I guess we can just get right into what we've been doing. And Charlotte, since which, by the way, dear audience of ours, we are moving our shows to tonight at 10:30 East Coast time versus our typical Wednesdays for the foreseeable future, so that Charlotte can join us on the show for more weeks during her break. So yay!
I go back on the 2nd of March, so unless work calls me into work an extra day, I'll be here every week.
Yay!
Sweet.
It's true. So Charlotte, since you're our guest of honor and the reason I'm going to be eating bread while you answer the question, by all means, tell us what you've been doing lately.
Well, the games I play don't change much from week to week because I always play the same game. I don't really swap from games. I just play the same one till I finish it. But so I've been playing more Okami HD. I'm up to the final dungeon now. I'm going to run around and finish off all the side quests, get the rest of the trophies I haven't gotten yet, because I'm going to platinum that game because it's awesome. Been playing a bit more Chrono Trigger. I'm on my way to meet Robo. Mostly I've been playing Okami though. I've also been playing more Monster Hunter 4G. I got a new armor set last night, my first G rank armor set, which I'll talk about a bit later. And I've also just started playing Bastion on Daniel's PC. So that's been fun.
I love the music in Bastion, but I've never played it.
I love the I was like that for a while, then I was like, I might as well play it. I love the narrator. The narrator's great. I remember I ran up, there's this trophy and there's like this statue in one of the levels, and the narrator gave me a bit about like who the guy was and what he did. And then I smashed the statue, and he's just like, I never did like that guy anyway. It was pretty awesome.
Hold the phone, Chris. That game has been out for how long and you've never played it? Did you play Transistor?
I've never played it either, John. Just gonna say.
But you've been playing it. You finally rectified that.
Started, yeah.
You want me to...
Like, you must have a reason. Did you not buy it on any given humble indie bundle sale?
No, I own it.
Okay. Owning it's good enough. I guess you just haven't found the time yet. But both Bastion and Transistor are really, really good, Chris, and you should look into it.
I will one day. I don't know. Like, because I do have it on PC. Obviously, I don't really play on PC ever, almost. So... That's probably been the one thing that's really dampened my desire to play it, is because I own it, but I own it on PC. And I don't even have a working PC at this point. My PC's dead. It is literally dead. It will not turn on. So Until I get a new one, my ability to play it doesn't even exist. But even if it did, I gotta be honest. Any sort of desire for like firing up a PC and playing a video game it's pretty much non-existent, even when it did exist. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
if I do play it, it will probably be because I bought it again, like on something preferably portable.
I hope that both Bastion, well, not both Bastion and Transistor, but I hope that Bastion makes its way onto a Sony platform, since Transistor was PlayStation exclusive as far as consoles go.
Yeah, I don't play
I
video
think
games on the PC
Well,
either.
neither do
I prefer
but-
having I like having a controller in my hand, except for it's pretty much Jesus Christ. Yes.
Well, I mean, looking at Two Brothers, for example, from our friends at Axe Studios, like, that is definitely a game that's not coming to consoles for a bit. I think it's coming maybe early next year, if I'm not mistaken. But when the original version came out, obviously that's a game that I can only play on PC for now. So I just took my PS3 controller and rigged it to play with my PC, so I was playing a game on my PC with a controller. Because no, I can't stand keyboard and mouse, but I've made it work when I need to make it work.
Yeah, see, and I will be all over that game when that comes to, because you said it's coming to Vita, right? I heard you say
It
that.
is coming everywhere.
So
yes, sir.
I am 100% down on that when it comes to Vita. So I'm just gonna have to wait, man. I'm just gonna have to wait like all these other non-PC having mofos,
Fair enough. To
Or
answer
non-gaming
the audience
PC.
question from earlier, dear old listener Raymond says, no specific rituals, although I visit my family during the holidays, which always involves massive anime and video game marathons with my brother.
Nice.
I can certainly appreciate that. And the dogs are back, even though we can't see
The
you,
dogs
Chris.
are
not look
always back. No, I was still kind of getting dressed, so
Oh, I see.
had to turn off the video. And may I remind you, I actually was not having sex. I just so the reason for my not
Lord
being
help
dressed
us
is
all.
completely inexplicable. So
It just happens to coincide. Just happens to.
just happens. Anyway, I turn it off if you want, because I got Jack and stuff on now.
It's a video game, or there you go. There you go.
There you go. Hey,
It's a
Chris.
video podcast, and we need to see those lovely locks. It brings in all the viewers out there.
This is my backyard. Just so you guys
Ah.
kind of see. You can kind of see some dirt. I think there's the shed there in the back,
Fun times.
and then yeah, like patio furniture, stuff like that. My bow, because why not?
What?
Every man needs a bow, man.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
So, Chris, what have
How
you
else?
been up
How
to?
else am I gonna hunt when the world goes to shit, my friend? That's what I will be using.
True enough. I put you next. What you been doing, Chris?
What have I been doing? A whole lot of Pokemon, man. Whole lot of Pokemon. Whole lot of Smash. I have made significant progress, I will say, in Pokemon.
Where are you
I
at?
did get Surf today.
Oh, damn.
I'm on the road. I'm on the road to Fortree.
Oh, damn.
Fortree
You'll
City.
pass right by my secret base finally.
I already did. I visited you. I totally wrangled you in. Yeah, like earlier today. I totally wrangled you into working in my secret base. So now you're like my pawn. You
Indeed.
exist in
I
my
made
little
Holly
secret
my
base.
pawn, and I need to make other people my pawns too.
Yeah, you know what? I want to see how many of my friends I can actually get. It's pretty cool. So I have you, and I just got you in there today. So you haven't really done anything yet. But I'm hoping you'll be able to hunt down some flags for me, because
Dude,
I wanna
Secret bases, man, that's...
1,000 flags for gold status. What is that?
It's fucking crazy is what it is, but I mean, you can friggin' journey into people's secret bases online and stuff, so it might
Yeah.
not be an impossible endeavor. It's just a very hard endeavor, but like... so much stuff with Pokemon where it's just like they took some stuff away, like they took away the trainer customizations and things like that, but they added some shit that's gonna make that game last forever.
Yeah, I customized my secret base, and one of the things that I noticed is when you are connected when you're connected online, it actually gets people's secret base just from people. You know how you have the quote-unquote passerbys?
Exactly, it gets all the shit from
It
passerbys, too.
it grabs those people from passerbys. So I've only ever scanned your QR code, but I already have 15 flags. So
Yep.
I'm making some progress. It's not 1,000, but you know.
You'll get there one day, sir.
I'll get there soon.
What else you been up
so
to?
let's see. There is that. Definitely more Smash. I've been trying to... This has never really been a priority for me before, but I will say that one of the things that has sort of changed my opinion of trophies in general are the trophy boxes that are just like super nice, and then you can just see all of your stuff gathered there. And I was a little disappointed to see that there's not a trophy box for everything per se. There's trophy boxes for most things, but there are some things that exist outside of trophy boxes. So that kind of sucks. But I've actually been a little bit more interested in collecting the trophies now that I actually have someplace really nice to look at them.
Good.
So I've been doing a lot of that, leveling up the amiibos.
I'm a hardcore collector like that.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to stress myself out and get all of them, because holy cow, there's like, what, short of 1,000, I think, trophies? There's like 800, 900 probably.
It's pretty friggin' cray-cray.
It's ridiculous. So I don't know if I'll get them all, but, you know, if I start filling out some of these trophy boxes, I think I'll be pretty alright. So there's that. Obviously, I just watched Flash, and that was, like, absolutely fantastic.
How has that crossover been? Minus spoilers.
Minus spoilers. Well, I don't think it's any secret to know that the Flash and the Arrow fought today, and that was really cool to watch. It's definitely power versus expertise, because Oliver's been doing this for going on 3 years, with several more years of experience just trying to not die. And then the Flash has only been doing this for less than a year, but he definitely has more power on his side, having actual superpowers. So I thought it was really fun to watch. I think they did a really great job choreographing the fight, even though it maybe wasn't as long as I would have hoped. It was definitely very fun to watch. And there are huge, huge, huge implications for today's episode going on in the rest of the season for both shows, which is super cool. I was freaking out, texting my friend, "Oh my god, did you see that?" And he's like, "Oh, this is so crazy." So he and I are
It's
crazy.
like sex, Chris. It's like sex.
Yes, which is exactly why I likened it to that. Other than that, yeah, it's been pretty boring for me. It just, you know, I haven't really seen anything else, haven't really done anything else, so.
It is the holidays. Which, I mean, like, most of the news sites and podcasts and everything out there are pretty much during their slow weeks, which is why we could have used Randy around to help out.
You're going to have to carry that torch.
I'm totally just messing. Like, with Randy, we all know Final Fantasy 13 is a thing, because he's definitely plugged that in way more than one show. But
Well, he finished it last week, though.
Right. But Kingdom Hearts is like, I don't know if it's greater than or equal to Final Fantasy 13 in his eyes, but damn, it's definitely fucking up there.
If I had to guess, I would say greater. Because Final Fantasy 13 is relatively a new thing. He's got a lot of history with Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, he does. That series has been around since we were kids. Since we were 14.
Since
You know
when did it start? When did the first one
Since
release?
you were 14,
That's what I'm saying. Like, when
I was in high school.
No, I know,
When
but I'm saying that Sora, the character in Kingdom Hearts, like, started the series age 14 in Kingdom Hearts 1, and I'm saying since we were 14, I think Sora and we are the same age.
I hate to break it to you, John, but I don't think they're going by real time here. I'm pretty sure Sora's like maybe 3 or 4 years older now.
Right.
He's probably
Wait,
17 at most.
Right.
What year did the first game release?
I think 2000.
Which year? Okay, so I would have been like 7.
Right.
Well, damn, how old are you?
21.
Damn.
Yeah,
There's a
she's
bunch of
baby
spring
man.
chickens up in this podcast, let me tell you.
Also, Chris, I'd be careful. Jonathan, because he's in power now, I'm afraid he'll go mad. And, like, if you try to start a fight, he'll kick you from the call.
But he's not, is he? I thought it was Randy hosting.
No. It's me. Randy's not here right now.
Oh, wow. Then I am vulnerable. Alright, I'll have to watch it, man.
I'm in control. We watched Jonathan's perversion into madness. But, no. It's not going to
His
be that
power-hungry
show.
antics.
This
Mad
show
with
is going to be
power.
pretty fucking relaxed, and we're just going to shoot the shit, and that's going to be it. Because, like, it has been a pretty slow week as far as news and everything else, but we do still have some things to talk about. Which,
Yeah, I didn't even get a chance. Like, I'm sorry for whoever made the outline. I didn't even get a chance to check it out.
no, it's all
But
good.
there was something that I read just today, in fact, I was kind of hoping would be on the outline.
Well,
Although,
we'll see
probably
if it
not,
is.
since I didn't add it.
We'll see if it is.
Alright,
For now, I'll mention what I've been doing real quick. Charlotte's package from Australia arrived. Chief among her items were the Vegemite that I tried at the open of this show, and the Tim Tams that are on my refrigerator waiting for more hot chocolate, because the Tim Tam Slam is the way to do it. Bait and Kaitos, and, you guys, wait for it, it's Radiant Historia. It's back in my hand.
Nice. So, okay. Just serious question
This game
here.
has been around the world and back.
Oh yeah, no joke. I'm just saying, like true question here. He is headed to Australia. You didn't want to load him up when he showed up, or is
Well,
this like
no,
a?
I'm giving it to him now. I'm giving it to him now, and then he'll bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
I ordered Bat and Kados Origins on Amazon and got it shipped to John, and then I sent him the first one, Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean. So I'm like, if you get time, you can play them, and then just bring them back. And I'm also probably gonna get Xenosaga Episode 3 because I have 1 and 2, and get it through Amazon, shipped to Jonathan, and then he'll bring it back.
Right,
Because
because
it's
Australia
just
doesn't
so
have
much
an
cheaper.
Amazon equivalent.
Well, we have an Amazon. We do have Amazon.com.au, but they only deal in books, and all the other Amazons don't ship games and electronics to Australia.
Which is very strange.
Yeah,
But
like my dad tried to order.
In a suitcase, so yay.
Yes, it'll be in the suitcase. So if I ever want to get like an old game or something, I have to get it through eBay.
Which sucks because it's like twice as expensive.
Yeah, no kidding.
And also, 'cause all the games I want to get are in America, so the shipping is ridiculous.
That's how it works. But that's why I'm glad to be your middleman in some respects, especially if you send me a 100% complete Radiant Historia for analysis purposes. For those of
It's
you
almost 100% complete. I haven't beaten the super boss, like, you know, that fucking asshole in the... I tried and I was like, no, fuck this. I'm just going to go finish the game.
Oh, she couldn't do it. I did something that Charlotte didn't? What is this?
Yeah, but she also plays Monster Hunter, and you probably suck at it, so...
Fair enough. But, like, for those of you who have been following me for quite some time, I did a now infamous analysis article on Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross and Tearaway. And I am going to give Radiant Historia the similar analysis treatment, or I was going to, and I'm like, not until somebody pays me! And do I still have her piece of paper in here?
If you don't have the paper, it's on Twitter. I'll find it just in case.
That is correct. It's on Twitter. She's basically like, I paid you for half the damn Australia trip. Now quit your bitching and start analyzing. Because that's what my friends do. And also, in addition to Radiant Historia, I have this lovely gem, which I can't even really pronounce. Solitarobo?
Yes, that's how I do it.
Fair enough. So I have lots of games to play until February and on the plane and all sorts of other fun stuff. So yay, care packages from Australia, which I will be bringing back tons more delicacies when I return from my trip at the very beginning of February next year. Other than that, oh right, my Pokemon review is live. My Pokemon review is live, and you can check that out right now on Game Podunk. I really enjoyed Alpha Sapphire. It is not without, or not Alpha Sapphire, but Omega Ruby. It is not without its flaws.
You know what's going on.
Yes, it's not without its flaws, but God, that Dex Nav. Did you know, you guys, that you can even chain fucking shiny Pokemon using the Dex Nav? Goodbye, life. Goodbye forever.
See, to me, I don't really much care for shiny Pokemon. I'm just really more interested in the fact that you can actually track IVs. It'll actually show you if a Pokemon has any IVs to work with. So that, for me, is, a lot better. But
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to get rid of it. I really don't. They really need to keep it.
We'll see. They may keep it around. They kept the super training, and they kept the Pokemon Ame, and they, all that stuff. The player search system.
I hope they keep it all. God, I hope they keep it all. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, now, correct me if I'm wrong here, because this is something that I kind of feel like. There's a lot going on that bottom screen, almost too much, because there's like the Buzz Nav, which I never use anymore because as cool as it is, I need to have it on literally anything else. I need to have it on the Dex Nav, or I need to have it on like Super Training, or I need to have it on the player search system. So I have all of these other screens that just desperately need my attention, and like I can never ever check out Buzz Nav, and I can never check out
I manage
even the
my
map
time pretty well.
Even the map
do agree.
is
like there's almost too much going on in the bottom screen these days, but I micromanage pretty well.
Like I want to have it. Having the map up on the bottom screen really helps because then it'll show you if there are any secret bases in your area or if there's any berries that you need to harvest. So that's cool. But then I also want to keep it on the Ame screen because then you'll randomly get people to give you, puffs and things like that.
Right.
And so I want it up on that screen. And then I also want it up on DexNav because then if I, come over to some area and then I see a Pokemon pop up, I need to switch to it to check if it's got any IVs and it's like worth my time. So it's like I'm constantly switching back and forth in between these screens and it's like sometimes I'm like, sometimes there's a little bit too much, Like, trust me, that's not a negative. That's not a negative. I'm just saying, like...
It's something to get used to, for sure. And yes, Raymond, there is a Super Boss in Radiant Historia. It doesn't affect whether or not you get the true ending. I forget what the reward actually is for beating it.
It's Locke's ultimate weapon, which you get after beating the hardest thing in the game, so you don't actually need it. That doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, maybe for bragging rights and shit like me. I do shit for bragging rights all the time.
Yeah, so I couldn't be bothered. I was like, I get the best weapon after I beat the toughest enemy. That seems kind of pointless. I can't be fucked. I'm going to go move on to the next game.
Fair enough. But also, Chris, you'll appreciate this Pokemon story, which Charlotte, because it was over Thanksgiving and it was really late at night, Charlotte was there to witness this live because we happened to be talking to each other over Skype. But you know what Deoxys is, right?
Yeah, I have like 3 of them.
I fucking completed the Delta episode and caught Deoxys in a goddamn Premier Ball on my first fucking throw.
Nice.
The way it works is you fight Rayquaza, the legendary dragon beast, which I'm not going to actually spoil the new content or the story of the Delta episode, because if anyone has seen the trailer, you realize that you can ride Mega Rayquaza into space to fight Deoxys. That is a thing that happens. Sorry if that spoils it for anyone. However, You fight Rayquaza, you catch Rayquaza immediately, and before giving you a chance to see the summary screen to go check the nature of this brand new legendary that you just caught, you are launched immediately into a battle. And then you're launched immediately into another battle, which is preempted by like 15 minutes of freaking cutscenes. Long story short, like, I wasn't able to check my Rayquaza's nature at all, despite catching it in a Master Ball. I had to look at its stats to see which stats were the highest and which stats were the lowest. And I saw that my Rayquaza had higher attack than normal. And I'm like, hey, this has to be adamant. It has to be what I'm looking for, because the attack stat is super duper high and all the other stats are super duper low. Motherfucking Rayquaza was brave-natured. That's plus attack and minus. Fuck my life. But anyway, I'm trying to fight this Deoxys and get it to kill off my Mega Rayquaza. So the first shot, I lower its health a little bit, because I'm like, okay, why not use the Mega Ultra Superpowered Legendary to lower Deoxys' health? And the next shot, I'm going to throw my fucking Premier Ball at it, because there's no goddamn way Deoxys gets caught in a Premier Ball, and then he'll kill off my Rayquaza, and I can go on my merry way. Motherfucker got caught. Asshole. Asshole. So there's my
Sounds like that's the opposite of a problem, but okay.
It's definitely my opposite of a problem Pokemon story, but for those of us who really care about what natures our legendaries are and try to raise competitive legendaries, here's to you, ladies and gentlemen. My drink I'm not drinking, but that is pretty much going to be my only Pokemon talk. That's it.
It's Jonathan's first world Poke problem.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris, are we ready for me to talk about Mario Kart 8?
No, actually, I have to take just a short break.
Okay,
I
fine.
will be right back.
I will mention then
Eat
Super
more
Smash
Vegemite.
Brothers for Wii U. And
What?
there is a challenge in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U that's not only kill. Or do you remember what Cruel Smash is, Charlotte?
Yes. Fuck that. But yes, continue.
Yes. But, so, Cruel Smash is where you fight those damned overpowered polygons, but in the later games they are indeed Miis, that will beat the ever-loving crap out of you in half a second, and that's that. But the challenge is, and it's a specific character-based challenge, to KO 8 fighters in Cruel Smash as Lucina. Like, okay, I can manage this, because Lucina's my main, so why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? There are various tricks as to how to complete this challenge on or like do it with a trick, like you edge guard and that eventually gets him to go bugger off in the other direction. I did it with no tricks at all because I just wanted to do it for myself and not like, because like that's my main and it should be fun and challenging and provide a good story. Oh my god, it took forever, but I did it and I'm very proud of myself for it.
Very nice. I remember I think it was Millie, but the AI was so stupid that I saw a video of a guy, actually a well-known competitive Smasher called Mewtwo King, just like basically just sitting on the edge as Fox, and they just jump over the edge, and then they don't have a double jump or any way to recover these wireframes, so they just jump over and they die. And that's how he like did all that stuff. Just like sat on the edge and just like didn't get up.
I definitely had no tricks or anything up my sleeve. I did that just plain old normally. But Chris isn't back yet. What a punk.
I still don't have Smash for Wii U. I don't really plan to get it. Daniel might get it. But I'm not really that interested.
If the consoles weren't region locked, man, I would show you and then you would be interested because it is fucking gorgeous.
I could probably, I reckon, see, when you're down, I've got a friend that has it. And I was going to invite them over and like a few other people so we could do 8-player Smash all together.
Yes.
So I'll ask him to bring his copy.
Yes. This is a thing that should happen.
bring his SD card so we can have the save data so we don't have to unlock anyone.
Precisely.
Yes. Or he could just bring his console like we do that. We go around to each other's houses, so everyone
Dude,
like
I
brings
brought
a
my
console.
entire console to my best friend's place, and we did nothing but play Smash for 7 hours.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, Lord. Where the hell is Chris to dispel this tension? I hear him in the background over there.
I heard a door slam. Not
So
sure what's
did I.
happening.
I hope we don't, like, witness... Oh, there he is. He's coming back. See him
Fully
out of our
clothed.
peripheral vision. Woo! It's a Chris.
Well, hello.
Hi!
Hello.
You guys are waiting pretty anxiously for my return.
Kind of.
Yes.
So, Mario Kart 8 is a thing. It got down to $35 during some sort of an Amazon flash deal, and I needed a birthday present because it's my birthday next week. And all y'all motherfuckers better show up to this show.
A fact that no one will forget.
It's true. But I do have Mario Kart, and may I just
Oh my god,
say
we should all race. We should all race.
exclusively for the
We
record,
should all race.
we will all race, like probably after the show, and if they do indeed still do this replay video stuff, we could post the highlights on the backwards compatible Facebook page. That's the thing that can
That'd be
happen.
awesome, actually. Yes.
But may I just state for the record, it is visually stunning. It does control tight, but it seems like it's gonna get really old really fast.
Okay, wait,
I
so
like
you
it.
already opened it.
Yes.
But it's your birthday present.
Dude,
Supposed to wait till
No,
next
no,
week,
no, no.
one of the things...
You're ahead of yourself, sir.
One
You,
of
sir.
the things that you need to learn about the relationship of Jonathan Higgins and Holly is that we get gifts ahead of time all the time. We get each other our anniversary gifts like 2 months ahead of time, and like that has always been a thing we do for both.
See, I'll get the anniversary.
Wait,
I'll get the
whoa,
anniversary
whoa.
gift early and then give it to him on the day.
No, not on the day.
Yeah,
He doesn't know- he
exactly.
doesn't know
That's
I
what
got it.
happens.
I hide it.
Hell
And
no,
That's
then
I
normal.
don't
Like,
hide it.
go,
That's normal. What we do is normal, John. What you
I'm
do is
aware.
abnormal.
No, I'm aware that it's not normal, but it's a thing that happens, and I take nothing, like, so it goes. That's all I say to that.
okay.
Anyways, because I guess as you are to, I don't know, Smash, I guess, I am to Mario Kart because I've literally played every single Mario Kart that's ever been made.
Right,
And
Wow.
and so have I. Wait, no, minus Double Dash. I never got that one.
oh, Double Dash is good.
know,
I
I've
like
heard it's
Double
the
Dash.
best
Double
one.
Dash is so good. This one now I think is the best one. But yeah,
Okay,
I used to be super into Double Dash.
I've owned two Mario Kart games, Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart Double Dash. Jonathan.
Yeah.
You've never played
Yeah.
Mario Kart 64, Charlotte?
I played it, but I never had a Nintendo 64. So, like, my first home console was a GameCube. I swear to God, I've told you this before.
My God! You're too young.
Also, I was listening to games when I was younger. I don't know what this is doing.
What?
What you doing?
I was fighting with something. I was in an epic struggle for my comfortability.
An epic struggle for your comfortability? Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go with that. But,
Yeah.
like, the only Mario Kart games that I have stayed with for a prolonged period of time that is not greater than a few months, hence me waiting so long on Mario Kart 8, was Mario Kart 64, and now I think Mario Kart 8, because Mario Kart 8 is going to have downloadable content and all sorts of stuff that will give me new things to try every now and then, and hopefully reinvigorate the online scene and whatnot. But with me, like, yes, the games are freaking breathtaking. It's ridiculous how pretty those games look. And especially in the case of Mario Kart 8, where you can just tell that they've pulled all the stops. Playing as Luigi is fucking hilarious. Playing as my Mii is fucking hilarious, which I just unlocked him by completing all the cups. I've only done 50cc for right now, so I'm nowhere near as good as others. But like,
John.
I gave each course a genuine try, and I can tell that all these courses are very competently done, and like they all look really good, and they're all breathtaking. But I don't know what the draw is with you racing folks. I don't get it.
Let me.
I haven't played it a whole lot. I've played it a bit. Mostly I play it when I got friends over, which isn't really that often. But so I haven't played it that much. But but it's definitely fun, and holy shit, it does look so pretty. I think my favorite visually, and possibly even to race on, is the musical one.
Yeah.
I like you skidding around, and like this. Yeah, it's such a mad level, man.
But go ahead, Chris. You seem like you were going to try to win me over here.
Well, yeah, I can do that whole stage, with only not drifting. I think in 2 different parts of that stage. The rest, I'm going sideways. That whole stage. It is crazy. I love that one. I love all the drift heavy stages. Anyway, so John, you played at 50cc. There's something that this game does. I actually checked. Not last week, but the week before last. So it's been about a couple weeks since I've checked. 70 hours already into Mario Kart 8.
Jesus Christ.
So 70 hours. That was 2 weeks ago. So probably a couple more.
So Chris is gonna win first place in every race.
I'm pretty good. I gotta say so far the only person I've ever raced online who has ever matched me has been Raymond, our watcher Raymond. That guy is super legit as well. That man deserves all the props. So far, he is the only person. Yes, he is the only person to date that has been able to outrace me and give me any sort of a run for my money. Has been Raymond Dwyer.
I dig it.
I've raced against several people from Game Podunk, and I felt kind of bad. It was I kind of smoked them all. The thing that I really love about Mario Kart 8 versus almost all of the other Mario Karts is that this one has a quite a large amount of different ways to go through certain stages, and there's a lot of experimentation as far as finding out any of the little shortcuts, like say if you have a mushroom, you can go over specific areas that you really are not as obvious as you think, and find these really great shortcuts. But even aside from that, stages like, what's the one with the, I want to say it's Yoshi Valley. It's the one with the gigantic egg that kind of corrals around on one part of the stage. There's a part that breaks into, I think it's like 8 different paths that you can possibly take.
Correct.
And finding out the one that's best for you requires you to go through all of them multiple times to see which one your driving style is most suited for. And so it's things like that. It's things like that and figuring out all the different little areas and shortcuts and ways to shave time off of your deal. Doing the time trials really helps, and that's a great way to find out like all the little hidden spots on all of these levels. It's crazy. I race on levels, I still find out things. I mean, I've been keeping myself very occupied with the DLC because I've been trying to learn each course inside and out. And then, of course, once you've done all that, and John, when you finally get there and you finish all of the courses at 150cc with gold, you'll unlock the mirror mode. And then you'll be able to do all the same courses you're doing now, but do them backwards.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's not as though I'm calling any of the Mario Kart games inherently bad or saying they're not put together or anything like that. It's just, like, they're not my cup of tea for a very long time, because I am not a hardcore racer guy at all. Like, I typically play those games to see all the courses, take some of the shortcuts if I feel like taking them, but, like, it's not something that I can get competitively hardcore into, because not only is there a steep learning curve when it comes to drifting and stuff like that, but, like, so many people are better than me. Like, I'm not even gonna fucking lie. You probably will humiliate the hell out of me, Chris.
Everybody's got to start somewhere, I'll tell you that. I didn't start off super awesome. I mean, having played a whole bunch of Mario Karts, I would say that at least I had an edge to start off with, maybe. But learning the tracks is the #1 thing that you can do to get better at this game. Learning how to drift, learning when to drift.
Playing with my friend who has only previously played Mario Kart 64. Ever. And the next time we hang out, I'm going to show her Mario Kart 8, and we're going to race together. She's going to be like, oh my god! It's going to be great.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
let me
similar
tell
to
ya.
John. Like, I play Mario Kart, I check out the courses, and then I pretty much just play when I'm playing with friends.
Well then, Sean
sort of
and
sits
I will
there.
pretty much be on even footing when we race, because that's definitely going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so Chris is gonna
Oh,
win.
yes.
Chris will win, and then it'll be a race
You're
for
race for
second.
second
We'll
place.
be racing for second. Yeah.
We will single-handedly embrace that rhyme thing. First is the worst, second is the best.
Oh, I thought it was
Exactly.
if you're not first, you're last, because that's always what I heard.
He
So-
puts his bow on his shoulder. Oh, Lord. Do I have anything else? I don't think I do. Well, I mean, I do. I have been playing Kingdom Hearts, and I am well past the prologue at this point. This is my neat little collector's pin that I know to tilt so you don't see
Can
the
you-
glare.
Can you show me the back? Okay, does it have the Mickey-shaped rubber stopper?
It does.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Why is
That's all I
that?
need to know.
Chris is
It's-
just like, I approve.
No, I do approve. Disney makes their own pins that they distribute at like Disney World and Disneyland.
Right.
You can buy them in the shops, and on certain days, certain events, you actually get exclusive pins. So, trading
It's the
pins.
seal.
Oh yeah, see there you go. I was kind of
Awesome.
wondering.
Yes,
And
it is an
they're-
official Disney collector pin. It is.
Yeah, I need to try to find one of those on eBay actually, because I have the DuckTales official Disney collector's pin,
Dude.
and then I also have the Mickey Mouse Cast of Illusion
You,
official Mickey pin.
you fucking what?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure I have a picture. I'm surprised you haven't seen it. So I have those
want an
two. So
official
I'd like.
DuckTales Collector's Edition pin. That's my fucking jam.
Well,
Fuck
go
you,
get it.
Chris.
Go get it, dude. They were okay.
Money.
The DuckTales one came inside the quote-unquote physical edition for PS3. It's when it came with the box but no disc. Inside the box, instead of a disc, was the pin. So
Still.
there you go. I paid
money.
$5 for the pin, and then the rest for the game. It was half off, dude. I saw some at a Target that's just down the street from my house on Black Friday. We popped in, and we were like, hey, whatever, let's go check. They had like 5 or 6 unopened DuckTales quote-unquote physical editions with the exclusive pin.
How in the world did you get the Castle of Illusion pin, though?
E3. They were giving them out at the booth.
Damn it. Damn it. Why don't people tell me these things while I'm working my tits
Well, this
off?
was
My
this was
actual
not-
tits while I'm working them off.
This was not last year. This was the year before. This
I'm
is the year
aware.
that we
I was
didn't
there
meet.
Too.
I know, but we just didn't get a chance to run into each other, unfortunately.
I know. And Chris is the reason that this year's E3 worked as well as it did. So thank you, based Chris, but I can't be
Quite welcome.
you can't be around all the time. But no, like Kingdom Hearts. It's fucking Kingdom Hearts. I'm going to let Randy do most of the talking and have a specific Jonathan 2 seconds on this. So, did you play 1.5 at all, Chris?
I did.
You did, and
Yes,
you
sir.
did indeed enjoy the remastered music and soundtrack of that game, yes?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's back, and it's better than ever, because it took the already fan-fucking-tastic Kingdom Hearts 2 soundtrack and some of the Birth by Sleep tunes and made them even better. So you will get to hear He's a Pirate, Chris, with, I think, a full orchestra, and it's gonna sound amazing.
Well, I mean, I hate to break it to you, John, but I do own that song in full orchestra in other forms, aka the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack.
But this is Kingdom Hearts. You get to fight Heartless listening to that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Heartless that wear little pirate bandanas. So
It's true.
there you go.
Heartless that are one step up from the frickin' Neverland Heartless that kind of embrace the pirate mentality. Which, that's my favorite thing about Kingdom Hearts 2, without getting too much into it. There are so many worlds, like Mulan, and Pride Rock, and, whatever the hell, Port Royal, I think the world is actually called, right?
Yeah, probably Port Royal.
So,
I don't remember
those
exactly.
Worlds in particular, where Sora, well, not Sora, but Donald and Goofy, for sure, do not fucking belong. And they're there anyway. So, like, in the case of the Land of Dragons with the Mulan world, you've got Donald and Goofy who are, like, members of the Chinese army, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? No, seriously. And they actually do, like, blend in, and, like, fucking whatever the character's name from the Mulan movie, the guy goes and looks at all the soldiers and looks at Donald and looks at Goofy and doesn't think anything's weird at all. And I'm just like, okay.
Yes. Oh, video games.
I love it so
Video
much.
game
Though, because, like,
logic.
it doesn't work, and they make no reference to the fact that it doesn't work. So it's like ignoring the elephant in the room, and they're like, "Oh, let's all try to blend in." That's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry.
There's a big thing going on right now, and I don't know if maybe this was being talked about because there was some news regarding worlds that may be featured in Kingdom Hearts 3. But there was that story a while back
that real quick if you want.
that said, well, yeah, and I was going to say that there was a story a while back that was saying that, I think it was Nomura or one of the producers, I can't remember, that was saying that they wouldn't be opposed to having Star Wars characters in Disney Infinity at some point, or in Kingdom Hearts at some
3.
point.
Right.
And so, I mean, I kind of got to thinking about that, and I think there's a very specific vibe that just works so well between the Disney worlds and the, Square Enix characters. And I don't know, as much I am a huge fan of Star Wars, probably more of a fan of Star Wars than I am of Kingdom Hearts. But even still, I don't really know if I want Star Wars in my Kingdom Hearts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't. I mean, with me and Kingdom Hearts, we all know my lukewarm attitude towards that series these days. Despite my long history with it, I did send out a tweet in reference to Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 came out like maybe 4 or 5 months tops after I started dating Holly. That was the first major game of our relationship. And we've endured long enough to see an HD re-release, which means I am way too old and we've been together way too long. But, like, it's interesting to see how far my relationship has come since Kingdom Hearts 2 and how far my opinions have veered way off into the distance when it comes to Kingdom Hearts because of how crazy that series has gotten. But I do still play Kingdom Hearts games because of the Disney worlds. I want less Final Fantasy and Square Enix fluff and more Disney and my Kingdom Hearts. So if they want to give Marvel and Star Wars a genuine try, I'll let them slide. I will be cautiously optimistic, but I think I might be in your same boat. I think I might, Chris, say, kind of stay away from those because it's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean where you're like really dangerously treading the ground between making Sora a space alien and like all sorts of other crazy shit that you'd have to do to make that work.
Well, okay. To be fair, there's less of a danger of it not working in both the Star Wars and Marvel universes because, okay, Howard the Duck is a very blatant Disney Donald Duck ripoff, and he exists in the Marvel universe. So there's obviously Donald Duck will probably no one will even look twice. They'll be like, oh, that's Howard's cousin or something. Oh God, another one of these bastards running around. So
that would actually be great.
So there's that. As far as Star Wars goes, definitely they could very easily just he's a Quackian from the planet Glorp, and then it'll be like, all right, cool, welcome aboard, the Millennium Falcon 2.0, have fun.
Quackian from the planet Glorp. That's the episode title. Oh God.
So I'm not afraid of it not working. Certainly, Pirates of the Caribbean was probably the biggest stretch that they could ever encounter, even if they included Star Wars or Marvel.
Dude.
I just think the implications of going to those worlds would open up too much for them to tackle in a single world in a larger video game.
Fair
because
enough.
then you have things like superpowers and the Force, and it's way too much to touch on.
No, you're absolutely right.
In
I
a
didn't
world,
think
it's
about
just
that. It's like
yeah,
you're thinking
and then
about an entire world in a world, not something simple like your standard Disney story, but something hugely complex.
exactly because Disney films exist inside of anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours, and they're done.
Right, and even in the
it's
case of
really
Aladdin, where you
easy.
have several hours to work with because those movies have been.
Oh, those sequels were awful. We don't even talk about those.
I know, but like, they've certainly dabbled in Aladdin more than a few times.
Well, that's true. They did tackle it in two different Kingdom Hearts, not counting the like Chain of Memories and stuff.
Every single game except Birth by Sleep had Agrabah in some way. Every single one.
But I mean, like I said, also Chain of Memories that doesn't really count because it's just a rehash of the first game story anyway.
Fair enough.
So I certainly wouldn't count that. And then Dream Drop Distance did not have an Agrabah of any kind. Birth by Sleep didn't have an Agrabah of any kind.
I forgot Dream Drop Distance.
Coded and Recoded are also both just rehashes. So
Maybe
those really don't count.
I'm excited to play through Kingdom Hearts 2 again. It's not Kingdom Hearts 1. It's not.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just my thoughts. I think if anything else, there's a wealth of Disney films that aren't as popular and definitely need to be touched on because they're quite fantastic. I know one of mine, and I'm totally no.
What do you mean
No.
I'll fight you.
Dude, okay. Number one, that's still a Pixar film. Number two, I'm talking about classic. I'm talking about animated Disney, hand-drawn Disney, is what I'm talking about. I want to see them do Treasure Planet. I want them to do a world based on Treasure Planet. That would be fantastic, and you know it.
See this, Chris? This is me taking my hand and giving you that. Because I'm going to give you that.
Yes, because Treasure Planet is like one of the most underrated films in the entire Disney catalog. It's fantastic.
You are absolutely correct. I'm going to give you that. We're going to end this Kingdom Hearts related conversation on that note. If you want Kingdom Hearts talk, ladies and gentlemen, real Kingdom Hearts talk, wait until the frothing fanboy.
Oh, okay, I guess that's true. We should be fair to Randy, even though he's ditching us for a 10-year-old game.
He's ditching us for the best game in the series, though. The best games, mind you, because both Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 2.
I don't know. to tell you the truth, Dream Drop Distance has become my favorite as far as gameplay is concerned. Not story, just gameplay.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I guess we'll argue this point in a week when we have another avid Kingdom Hearts player among us. But I may or may not be in your same boat. I'm still undecided. Because it's been 10 years since I last experienced the drive system and all the things that make Kingdom Hearts 2 great and what it is. But you may be right, for now.
Charlotte, what's your favorite Kingdom Hearts?
She's never played one. Right.
That's why I'm just sitting here. Like, I played the first for PS2. I started it. I put like 8 hours into it, and I got really frustrated with the controls, so I stopped.
That's the thing.
And also, actually, the main reason I stopped was because Xenosaga arrived in the mail.
That's also a very good distracting point. But when you do get the HD collections, Charlotte, they have all been improved in terms of controls. You will no longer have to grapple with the horrible Kingdom Hearts 1 camera because it has been changed to the Kingdom Hearts 2 camera in these HD collections.
And I found the combat really irritating. I kept dying because he wasn't doing what I wanted him to do, and my partners weren't doing anything. They just sat there casting spells and then they'd die before they finished casting the spell.
The PS3 is region free, right?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Charlotte, I will bring both of my Kingdom Hearts games with me, and we can dabble in them if you have not yet dabbled by the time I make my way over to you. So
Well,
that,
like,
Okay,
Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD goes on sale. Then I'll probably is it on sale between then and now. I'll probably buy it and try it.
I paid $20 for it. I paid $20 for 1.5.
Awesome.
And that's why I haven't. Despite my love for Kingdom Hearts, I have not purchased 2.5 because I'm waiting for it to be $20. It's
yeah, it will be. There's no
yeah. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I definitely want to play it. It's going to be purchased by me at some point. I will get it. But the only thing is I have played all these games. Not only that, but I still have the means to play all of these games. I still own them. I still own them on all of their original systems. I still have all of their original systems to play them on. So my dire need to play them can be met immediately by the classic
Obviously,
games.
I have a dire need because I don't own Kingdom Hearts 2 anymore, and I don't own Birth by Sleep anymore, so
Yeah,
no
that would
brainer.
be.
Yep.
So,
But-
like I said, I will get them, and I mean,
We
soon, maybe
will not
later,
delay you
later
guys
maybe.
anymore, and we'll talk news, and we'll give Charlotte a chance to talk for a long while. So why don't, Charlotte, you just take all of the either-or points, because you are very much familiar with the outline. So go ahead and start with the very first one.
Actually, can I start with something Raymond posted
Oh, go for
in
it.
the Q&A?
Go for it.
They have announced a bunch of new dates for the Legend of Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses tour thing. So there's going to be one in Nashville, Tennessee, Honolulu, Boston, Monterey, I think that's how you pronounce that, Mexico City, Toronto, Stockholm, so it's all over the world, London, Dusseldorf, Germany, I don't know, Paris, Milan, Atlanta, Edmonton, I my apologies, Vancouver, Calgary, Montreal, Austin, Houston, and that's it. So
It's in Atlanta.
2 in Texas.
It is in
With Raymond.
Texas.
2 in Texas, Austin and Houston. That's why Raymond posted it with Chris, you lucky bastard.
Right.
No, it's a 12-hour drive to either of those locations, so no.
Fair enough.
It's
Not
in
for Australia,
Atlanta,
though.
is it? I missed that. I might...
I missed it too. It was up in Sydney, and I had no money, so I couldn't go.
No. Like I missed the fact that the Master Quest tour thing was coming to Atlanta. I skipped over. Like, when I didn't see Florida, I was like,
Oh, okay.
man.
I didn't see
the fact that it was coming to Atlanta. Atlanta is kind of far from me, but I can maybe con a certain
How long?
lady. About 5 hours.
That's
Oh, yeah,
fucking, that's nothing.
No,
It's
it is
closer for
nothing,
you to
but-
drive.
Right, I'm not driving. That's the thing. I don't drive, so it would be me conning someone else into driving and
Alright, okay.
stuff.
See, I
Right.
wonder where the closest one to me is. They're all really far away. None in my country.
None for you, Australia.
Nope.
So John is the closest to one, and I am the second by default.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So Jonathan has to go, and we can live through Jonathan.
There you go.
Or, and stay with me on this, they can release a fucking CD of the concert!
No, they should release a DVD. That would be so much better.
Yeah,
Just
so
watch
like a
it.
Blu-ray or something.
Whichever they do, they can do something. Something that we can buy.
Okay, I know this is like a tangent or whatever, but there was a while back. This was, and I'm talking about extremely a while back, because I think I was still in high school. I had backstage tickets to Linkin Park on one of their very first tours.
Nice.
Hey, fuck you guys! I love Linkin Park. Okay, I'm gonna get that out right now. I love them.
So do I, Chris. So do I. It's fine. I just thought it was funny. Nice.
Okay, cool. But I didn't end up going because I was actually stricken with this terrible disease that caused me to grow open sores all over my mouth and throat.
Holy shit!
So I was drinking out of a straw. Is the only way that I could eat, and so obviously I couldn't make the concert. They had a deal where at that concert, if you went, there was a kiosk where you could buy in advance an exact recording of the concert that you went to, and they would say, okay, cool, we're recording it during the concert, we'll take it, we'll pack it, and we'll ship it to you. It should arrive at your door like 2 weeks after the concert's done.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, cool, somebody bring that back to me. And long story, well, they didn't because they forgot. But that's what they need to have at this Symphony of the Goddess, because that would be super cool.
Get something like that. What?
I don't know. They brought me like a T-shirt and
You have
a
horrible
keychain
friends or
and-
parents or
How is
whoever the
that?
fuck
Well-
is responsible for that.
she got me the backstage tickets, so she's not a bad friend.
Okay,
So
come on, man. Listen, I can't jump on the I Love Linkin Park bandwagon, but I certainly know what that's like. Because, Chris, you know who George Carlin is.
I do know who George Carlin is, God rest his soul.
Charlotte, do you know who George Carlin is?
Oh wait, yeah, sorry, yeah, that guy, yes, sorry.
Yes,
That guy. That guy.
Carlin
That guy.
came to Florida State University in 2008, one of the early 2000s. I got tickets for Holly and I got the flu, like bad flu, like unable to leave my bed flu. And I'm crying actual tears because I could not go to this damn concert with George Carlin. He died the same year, motherfuckers. My
Wow,
heart.
that's awful.
I know. I hated everything when I heard that news, not just because George Carlin was dead, but because I missed him by months because I was ill-stricken. Hatred. Oh well. But yes, Chris, I do know that feel to some extent, but, like, they really should have gotten the friggin' concert thing.
Yeah.
Raymond says he's already seen it twice, but no matter how many times you see the Symphony of the Goddesses, it's never enough. I do need to see it a second time. I may be arranging an Atlanta trip somehow. It may be happening. Maybe. But, Charlotte, if you want to move on.
Ah, yes. Interestingly, Nintendo of Japan have ceased production of the 3DS XL. So, the old one, so now the new one has come out.
So wait, go with me on this. They've stopped making 3DS XLs, but you can still get the new 3DS XL.
Yes.
Imagine how that sounds to a civilian right now. They
Well,
stopped
okay.
making the 3DS XL, but you can still get the new 3DS XL.
That is probably a great idea for them to do because it will eliminate to some extent the brand confusion.
It will. So. But come on, man.
Just the name is. They're so bad at naming things like Smash Brothers for the 3DS and Wii U. That's actually its name.
But it's a funny double entendre. It's Super Smash Brothers 4 Wii U.
It's like, okay, so
yeah, I just call it Super Smash Brothers 4. It's like Too Fast, Too Furious, the Nintendo version.
Or just Super Smash Brothers Brawl 2 is as well.
Brawl 2. No, that's how they ensure. That's how they ensure no one buys it.
Lord. Alright, I think that's about it. Besides, when the fuck are these new 3DSs coming stateside? And when is Xenoblade coming? When is it coming?
I'm waiting for Xenoblade. I am waiting for Xenoblade. That's gonna be great. Just like, oh yeah, it's a game. Here, just pull it out.
So excited for that.
He needs to play the Wii version. You have the Wii. Chris?
But it's not in my pocket. It's not in my pocket.
Chris?
It's not in my pocket.
Chris, you should play it.
Oh, no. I should totally play it. I understand. But who here is who here is opposed to me playing it twice? Who here is opposed to me buying it twice?
Well, then play it on the Wii version, like, right now. Like, just after this podcast, just go, skip the Mario Kart session, and, like, play it. Give me 1 second.
I will play it. I promise you this. It will happen.
Alright, well, Charlotte's gone. I'll briefly mention.
Well, let me get something. Or are you going to take care of something in the Q&A?
Not something in the Q&A, but I'll take care of a news story unless you want to grab one real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's something that you guys don't have on the outline that I wanted to talk about.
Go ahead.
Charlotte's got, she's rubbing it in my face.
Wait. Oh.
It looks like we all have something. We all have something. For you, it's,
on my
Oh, wow, you are ready. I said you are ready. You have the sticker on there.
Yep.
But just real quick, news story from me. This goes in with, I remember on the podcast that I did announce, or that I did cover, that they were talking about the DC cinematic universes and all the movies they have coming out, like from now until God knows when they're going to cut those things out. But they announced the official cast for the Suicide Squad movie today.
They did. And Jared Leto was playing
Joker. Jared Leto will be playing the Joker, which I have to say right now is the one casting choice I like.
Thank you.
That's the one. That's the one I like. I have confidence that Jared Leto can do a Joker, and at least it's not Troy Baker. But
oh, Chris.
I swear to God, he's gonna search his name one day, and he's gonna find backwards compatible podcasts, and he's gonna hear me talking shit. It's gonna be so great. I'm gonna be at E3 one year. He's gonna be there. He's gonna see me, and he's gonna punch me right in the face. He'd be like, "You're the guy who's been talking shit about me."
I'm gonna be there to film it live. I'll take out my camera.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, you should, because by all accounts, that would be really incredible if that actually happened.
Oh my God, he punched you in the face! I know, it's amazing!
Wait, Chris just got punched in the face? Was that Troy Baker? Did Troy Baker punch Chris in the face? Well, holy cow! That is crazy. That is
Really, Chris? Are you okay?
certifiably insane. Yeah, I would be just as dumbfounded. I'd be on the floor holding my nose, and I'd be like, "Did Troy Baker just punch me in the face?" It would be no. It would be like that one scene. Have you? I'm sure you've seen Scott Pilgrim, Charlotte.
Charlotte, have you?
I
Wait.
don't think so because I
Wait.
don't watch movies ever.
Whoa.
Well, you should watch
Chris,
Scott Pilgrim.
Chris, if Randy were here on this show, he'd be like, "Get out, Charlotte." that is Randy's movies.
It is definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. But Charlotte, you should watch it actually because it's really big on the video game references, and it's actually quite good. But there's a part where he encounters the second fight of the movie is a movie star named Lucas Lee, and the guy walks up to him and he says, "Can I have your autograph?" And Lucas Lee punches him in the face, and he immediately gets back up and says, "So can I have your autograph?"
That is exactly
silly.
with Mr. Troy Baker. But go on with your
Probably not,
Chris.
actually, but yes, back to Suicide Squad. So they did announce Jared Leto as the Joker. They have Tom Hardy cast as a character named Rick Flag, who will probably, it's actually misspelled on this article, it's supposed to be with 2 G's, but Colonel Rick Flag is probably who he's cast as. Margot Robbie, who I understand is a female actress who was in The Wolf on Wall Street, has been cast as Harley Quinn. I hear, okay, I'm not super worried about that because people seem optimistic. Australian Jai Courtney is cast as Boomerang, aka Captain Boomerang. So there's that. I don't know, have you ever heard of that guy? Apparently he's from Australia.
Nope. This is a country of 23 million people. I do not know everyone in the country, Chris.
Come on!
Oh, Charlotte.
Come on. Anyway.
No change in Charlotte. No change.
It's like all those people.
But you know.
It's like there's people online who are like, "Oh, you're from Australia. You know 5 Seconds from Summer, right? Yeah, I had coffee with them yesterday. They're really cool guys."
I'm not asking if you know him personally. I'm asking if you've heard of him. I'm asking if you've ever seen anything with him.
No, I haven't heard. I'm looking out now.
Keep going, Chris.
Cara Delvin, Delvin. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Good lord. Who, the guy or this chick that I'm saying?
This name you're pronouncing now.
Oh God, it's terrible. I'm gonna say Delvin is what I'm going to. It looks French. Or
You're French.
Possibly Polynesian.
You're Polynesian.
Shut up. Anyway, Cara something with a D. This is Cara D is playing the superheroine / villainess, the Enchantress. And let me say, I've seen pictures. Her eyebrow game is strong. I like.
Okay.
I like eyebrows. I like eyebrows. But the craziest one that had me just dying as I was tweeting out terrible things on Twitter. Will Smith is cast as Deadshot, a super assassin / mercenary, very arrogant, very just not a nice guy. Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, is going to have little guns strapped to his wrists. I don't know about that at all.
I am legend, motherfucker. I am legend.
The only thing I can think of is, he was the Mike Laurie in Bad Boys 1 and 2. And that's the only role I've ever seen him in that comes even remotely close, and that's only because he uses a gun. Everything else, I'm just like, this just sounds like a terrible idea. This is like them casting Colin Farrell as Bullseye. I mean, I'm just like, you guys are doing it again, man. You guys are, this This movie is gonna be like the next 2011 Green Lantern movie. It's gonna be awful.
Look at what Marvel's doing, and look at what DC is doing, and look at everything Marvel is doing to completely outclass DC in pretty much every possible way.
It's like those Old Spice commercials where it's like, look at your man, now look at me.
Exactly.
And it's basically, look at DC, now look at me. You wish I was DC, but I'm not. I'm Marvel. I'm on a horse. Now my horse is made of diamonds.
Alright, I guess that covers it for the Marvel talk. We'll go back in to the outline. I mean,
You're up, John.
I'll just basically let Charlotte take over for the rest of this show, because other than mentioning that Pokemon is the biggest 3DS launch title of all time for the United Kingdom, awesome! Yay, go them. But
Yes.
go ahead, Charlotte, take us out.
Alright, so over the week, maybe we could do a weekly Xenoblade X update, because they're tweeting out every couple of days. But no, the Takahashi, he introduced a couple of the artists working on the game, and something really cool that he said is that they're actually they've got a few different alien races in the game, and they actually got a different team of artists for each race to make sure that each race has its own style, which I think is really cool. And they introduced a couple of the artists. One of the guys designing the mechs has worked on what's his name? I'll bring up my article actually, which I'll talk about in a minute. He's worked on he designed the mechs for a bunch of Gundam anime. Hang on, I'm just trying to bring up the thing. Okay. Yeah, he's worked on some of the mechs. He's worked on Ghost in the Shell and Tenkai Knights, Metal Gear Rising. He's designed a bunch of other stuff. Yep.
I like this guy. I like this guy.
Yep.
I like all those things.
Another person worked on...
Jonathan, shut the fuck up. I'm getting to it, alright? Jesus.
You said you were gonna let her. You said you'd let her handle this, man. Are you gonna let her do it, or you're not gonna let her do it?
Hovering over my head, come on, Charlotte, come on, you should do this now. Another artist, he's worked on the Xenosaga trilogy. He was credited with character design in the third one. I'm not sure what exactly he did in the first couple of ones. But he's been working with Takahashi. Takahashi really likes working with this guy because he's like, oh yeah, he's really good at getting what's in my head out onto paper. So he's helping him design, I reckon so far he's come up with some of the main mech designs, which is really cool. And now I've published an article yesterday morning. It's everything we know so far about Xenoblade Chronicles X. So everything we've got from these tweets that have been coming out and all the trailers and stuff and information they've given us, I've summarized in the article. And I've also made some inferences and some speculation based on some shit we've seen and my experience with Xenoblade and Xenogears. Like one particular one in the announcement trailer, there's this guy flying around in a mech, and he attacks this dinosaur thing, and it actually looks like he full on actually chopped its head off. And I've got a couple of screens where he's just standing next to it, and then the head's spinning away, and there's purple blood spilling everywhere. So I've done that article, and I've been updating it whenever Takahashi tweets. So the last time I updated it was 20 minutes before this week's podcast started, actually. So yeah, update it whenever they tweet.
She may or may not be a little obsessed.
Just a little bit. So that's all the Xenoblade stuff that's been going on so far. Star Wars broke the internet this week. Have you guys all seen the trailer?
Yes, I have.
Chris?
I meant
We got
to
soccer
watch
ball droids.
Alright,
I meant to watch it. It popped up, and I was like, I'll watch that later, and then I forgot about it because Monster Hunter.
Stay with me, Chris. I assume if you've seen any iota of my Twitter whatsoever, you already know what side of the fence I'm on.
I don't check your Twitter, John.
Are you hype, or
follow
are
your tweets.
you completely, what the fuck are they doing with this lightsaber, blah, blah, blah?
Okay,
did hear about
the lightsaber thing. That I do have an opinion about the lightsaber, but it's not It's not like, oh, that's completely unrealistic. I can't see that it would have a hilt and saber. I'm not one of those guys. I'm for me, there are two kinds of Star Wars films. Okay, I'm talking about Star Wars films here. There are Star Wars films that have lightsabers that just are one color and have just one thing, and it's just, lightsaber equals one lightsaber and one Jedi kind of deal. And then there's other Star Wars that has funky lightsaber, and it's either Darth Maul's double-sided lightsaber, or it's Dooku's curved blade lightsaber, or all of this stuff. So whenever they have a non-regular lightsaber, the movie is always bad. Whenever they have a normal lightsaber, the movie is good. That's just the correlation that is in my brain. So
okay.
Any opinion that I have about the lightsaber has nothing to do with the lightsaber itself. I don't, whatever. It kind of looks like a blowtorch to me, but that's not what bugs me.
That's the new paradigm for all the lightsabers in the Star Wars universe.
Oh, I'm sure it is. This is J.J. Abrams' Star Wars. I'm not trying to hold it up against, the classic look of Star Wars. It's whatever. Trust me, I'm not that guy. But my hesitance is only in the correlation that funky lightsaber equals bad film.
Fair enough. I will give you that. However, do you believe that people, en masse, mind you, should be going on Twitter and raining on people's Star Wars parades?
Generally, no. I'm not a very big complainer on the internet, thankfully. But
Chris,
I do remember.
Are we going to see another? Are we going to see another edition of Don't Get Sick on the internet?
You know what? Maybe there's like an appendix that I can add today, which is basically opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and they refuse to not show it on the internet. So.
I don't show my asshole on the internet. I just showed my bare back.
Not yet. Not yet.
Raymond says spot on Star Wars fan impression there, Chris, and he is. My God, that made me laugh.
I really should I should be pushing my glasses up every 3 seconds when I do that impression from now on.
But no,
this is
just
my
for the record, for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter at Radical Defect, I am hardcore on the people can be as excited as they want about Star Wars, about the Hobbit Battle of Five Armies. They can do whatever they want and be as excited as they want, because the worst thing you can do to someone is poo-poo on their happy parade. Like when friggin' Randy, I don't. What's the next one? Is it just called 13.2? There's no dramatic associated with it.
It's 13.2.
So when 13.2 comes out on December 11th, am I gonna be like, oh, Final Fantasy 13's got no? Randy's gonna enjoy his shit, man, and he's gonna be happy.
Lord knows you've done enough of that.
Are we gonna lose Randy again? Are we gonna lose Randy again?
We won't lose Randy again because the 11th is on a Thursday.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Alright.
I already told all these motherfuckers that they're all showing up for my birthday show next week.
Which is on the what?
Week. I didn't mean next week. I meant the following week. Will Randy be here on the 16th?
Oh.
Will he be playing Final?
No, he played Final Fantasy 13 to death and.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
We just didn't happen to catch him on actual release day, which. When a released game comes out and it's friggin' Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy 13 or something, he is.
Maybe this is the flaw with Tuesdays. Maybe this is the flaw in our plan.
It won't be every Tuesday though. There's not many other.
What else is coming out? What else is coming out? And early next year, what's coming out? Monster Hunter, what's coming out?
Monster Hunter, yeah. There's a game that I think in January that's coming out. Oh, Neptunia, Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2. is in January.
Let's see.
I want to say 15th.
Are Randy and I going to be on
But
that
I'm not going to skip. Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to skip for that, so don't worry. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there certainly are games that are few and far between, but we have officially reached the end of the gravy train. I have bought my last retail game ever, and y'all can...
So you say...
Hold me to it. Hold me
We will.
to it.
We will, Jonathan. We
Oh,
will.
yes.
I know.
Oh, yes.
Keep on going, Charlotte. We have a little bit more news to go, I think.
Yes, a little bit. What else was there? Just a quick reminder, the PlayStation Experience is this weekend somewhere on the West Coast. I can't remember where, and I don't really care. Because I can't go. I'll just be watching the Las Vegas. There you go. I'll just be
not
possibly
on the
watching.
West Coast.
It is so... Las Vegas isn't on the West Coast?
It's not on the coast at all, John. It's landlocked.
It's on the west side. It's...
So it is geographically on the west half. Yes, you are correct.
Jesus Christ, Chris.
Okay, well, it's on the western side of the country.
It's a desert.
Like my country. Okay, so it's this weekend. I'm going to be probably watching some streams, or at least keeping track of what's happening. That'll
Our
be pretty
friends at
cool.
Axe Studios will be there. You can all, if you happen to be at the PlayStation Experience, demo Y2K, their next game. So do it. Hang out with those guys. They're awesome.
This one's more for people with a Japanese 3DS, but the Bravely Second demo is out on December 10th. Which keep in mind...
December 9th!
Yes, with time zones, it's December 9th, so that is Square Enix's gift to Jonathan for his birthday.
Wow.
It also means that we'll probably have at least started playing it by the time we sit down for the next podcast, depending on what time in Japan. I don't know what time the Japanese eShop updates, but so we'll probably have started it.
It's true.
So that's pretty cool.
And we will fumble through the Bravely Second demo together.
It'll be fun. We should jump on Skype and do that together. We should do that.
It'll be a thing that happens. We can even friggin' record the Skype and just watch us fumble.
It'd be fun, actually.
Either
I could
way.
give it to that. Anyway, talk about it later. Okay, last piece. This cracked me up. So there was a Smash tournament for Smash for Wii U in Canada, and someone just left a Fox amiibo lying around, and they took a look at it, took a look at its stats. It was at the level cap, so it was at level 50, which is the highest they can currently go. So they went, why the fuck not? And a couple of people chipped in and entered it in the tournament, and it nearly won. It nearly won the tournament. It went through a few rounds, and the person who beat it actually went on to win the tournament. So I read that and I laughed so much. That's fantastic. And the guy who ran the tournament, he actually said they might make it a thing in the future where a new sort of competitive Smash scene comes out where people train up amiibos and enter their amiibos in the tournament as opposed to competing themselves.
Dude.
And it's a whole that would be so cool.
Okay, amiibos are hardcore. They're not hard to get to 50, but what you can do from there is while you have the amiibos, you can just start feeding them equipment and their stats will raise. And so yeah, you've got a level 50 amiibo, but you can max out those stats by continuously feeding it equipment.
Right.
When the game came out, we went over to my friend's house and he had a villager at 50, and villager amiibo at level 50 is a huge dick. It is just awful. You're trying to recover, and he's if you're on the edge and you're trying to recover, he'll drop a bowling ball on you. His favorite thing to do. And this is ridiculous. He goes, apparently, I guess, because they learn from whoever.
Yes, they learn from
trains
whoever
them or
trained them. They learn your patterns. They learn your ways. Trust me, as someone who has a Martha amiibo who mains Lucina, he learned real fucking fast.
The villager amiibo gets his kills mainly by throwing people, and after he throws people, he will taunt every time.
What a dick! Wow.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Well, we've
With-
let
with,
the
in project.
show run a little long, so I
Little
guess
bit.
we should wrap it up. Anyone else have anything compelling to note before we go? I guess that's...
I want to note that I am the king of everything awesome.
You know what? If you're the king, Chris, I'll be your queen.
Whoa!
Moving on.
Randy's not here. Someone is filling in for him. Good
I was
job,
just about
John.
to
Good
say,
job.
isn't that right?
That's right there. All right. So, if you would like to leave us feedback for this episode or any of our previous episodes, if you like seeing Charlotte around, if you like our new Tuesday time slot, you can leave us feedback at feedback.bcpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at BC_podcast and like and follow us on Facebook, Google+, Tumblr, pretty much everything out there you can find a representation for us. You can also follow us individually on Twitter. I am at Radical Defects.
I am at Wildcard Corsair.
I am at Raik, R-A-I-K, Rhythm.
And dear Randy, who is not here this week, and who is probably tweeting obsessively about Kingdom Hearts as we speak, can be found at Saber_Breaker. Our audience question of the week: what is the absolute best or absolute worst gaming, anime, your medium of choice? What is the absolute best or worst gift you've received from a loved one on your birthday related to your hobby? So I suppose that there has been a show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sticking with us. Charlotte, Chris, thanks so much for sticking with me. We will see you guys next week.
We don't have to sing happy birthday for you next week, do we?
You know, I will be 28.
I feel like we should. It would. I feel like we should. It would really embarrass him.
Well,
Like, you guys will no doubt know that it's my birthday leading into the show. So
are you going to
free.
put streamers? Oh my god.
No.
Okay.
No.
Ground rules. Ground rules. Ground rules.
Okay, ground rules.
You can't be playing birthday songs during the podcast. Number one. Number two, no eating cake during the podcast.
No.
What? I was gonna eat cake during the podcast. It's an excuse to eat cake during the. God damn it!
All right, he can't eat cake during the podcast. Charlotte, you can eat cake.
All right, fair enough.
Any other ground rules there, Chris?
Yes. You can't wear pants. There you go. That's the three. We're going with those three.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
better do what he says, John. He has the bow. He'll shoot you in the face.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Just make sure
Yes,
you
sir.
do bomb arrows there, Chris.
Oh, I will. There also might be boxing glove arrows involved, just so you know.
Christ on a bike. You two, and Randy, and any of our viewers who are listening right this very moment, do indeed know that it will be my birthday 7 days from now. You are free to surprise me, embarrass me, do whatever the fuck you want. Because as far as my birthday, I'm going to be off work, and there isn't going to be a lot to what's going on with me. My birthday itself is going to be pretty fucking tame. So if you guys want to make it wild, you have my invitation to do so.
John, you're going to get drunk, and you're going to wind up as one of those Florida Man articles.
I'm going to get drunk and wind up as one of those Florida Man articles on Friday when all of my friends are done taking their exams.
Ah, okay.
Yes,
Fair enough.
that will happen on December 12th, not the 9th, because my birthday always, as it happens, falls smack dab in the middle of exam week for most college kids, so a lot of my friends are too busy studying to actually hang out on my actual birthday, which I'm not going to discount them for that, and I will party at the end of the week. But as far as my
I
actual
want-
birthday, like I'm going out to dinner at my favorite Italian place, and that's pretty much gonna be it.
We will also play Bravely Second. That will be a fun thing.
Yes.
Yes.
But other than that, all of you guys who are listening right now, thank you so much for sticking with us, and we will see you guys next week. Say goodbye to our lovely audience, folks. Bye.
Goodbye, audience, folks.
And